Hey Facebook, Keenya Kelly. I came back. So I'm trying to get myself back on Periscope. I forgot about a coaching call that I had at 9:20 Central Time. So I'm going to get back on here. Let me finish this talk. Because I said I was going to do it, so I need to do it. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Sorry guys, I'm getting back on Periscope. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, good morning, Facebook. It's Keenya Kelly. We were on talking about God moments ago, and I had to jump off. I had a coaching call. So let's talk. All right. So if you're watching this on Facebook, please do me a favor and share this. Give me some likes. Give me some hearts. If you're watching this on Periscope, please share this on Twitter, Periscope, and Facebook, and then give me some hearts. So let's start back over. So I was on Facebook Live, Periscope, I was on earlier, and I was talking about God. I was talking about branding, and somehow we got on the subject of God. Hey, good morning. So I came on, I was talking about how I talk to God, because one of the young ladies that was on with us was like, well, I don't really talk to God like that. I don't really be specific. And so on the previous scope and Facebook, I was sharing how I talked to God about everything. And I started telling them, because I knew I had a lot of women that were on, and I started talking about marriage and being married and getting married, all that stuff. And I shared with them that, I was previously married. I'm not married anymore, but I desire to be married, right? Period. Desire to have kids and all kinds of stuff. And so, I talked from the subject of that because women love to talk about that. We just love to talk about that. It's just what we love to talk about. And so, so I was sharing with them that, when I think about getting remarried, I'm in expectation. I'm not like, oh my God, nervous. I'm not like, I'm good. But I told them that I talk to God about everything. Like, there's some things as a woman that I don't know, because my mama, we have a different relationship, right? So I talk to God about like some of those things that y'all only talk to your mama about. I talk to God about, okay? Because he knows everything. He knows me. He knows whomever the man is. He knows all that, right? And so because he knows all that, he can teach me some stuff, right? And so I was sharing with them that, I was trying to share that I'm at the stage now where I'm like, okay, I'm being approached more often by people that, either want to date me or want to take me out, think that I'm amazing, or people that want to hook me up with this person, that typically happens, like, especially when I move to a new city. It's so funny, but it's like, oh, we got to hook you up. And I'm like, look, he got to love Jesus. And I mean, love Jesus, right? And I told them that what love to me looks like is John 3:16, right? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He gave, right? And so I said, to me, when I ask a God that my man loves Jesus, is that the man loves Jesus so much that this is what happens when he wants to pop off, when he wants to go and do this, when he wants to be rude, when he wants to do whatever he wants to do, that he loves God so much that he doesn't do it. That has nothing to do with me, but has everything to do with his relationship with God. Not me, but his relationship with God, right? Because that's how I feel. I love God so much that I won't do certain things, right? It's like, don't get it twisted. I was married, so of course I was engaging in the act. And so once you've done it, you want to do it again. But because I love God, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because I love God. It has nothing to do with anybody else, but because I love God, I won't do it. Right? Like, whatever. You guys get what I'm saying? So I've asked that to God about my future husband. I talked to God about my kids, how, that they're really good kids. They're healthy, they're athletic, they're fun, they're very smart, but they're very humble. That they are kids that, they may be popular, but they'll never bully anybody. They'll always go to the bully and confront the bully. That there are kids like that. They just love people. They love God. I pray for kids that fear God more than they fear us. Right? Because if your kids fear you, they may rebel against you. But if they fear God, that's a whole different ball of wax. They don't want to be turned into a pillar of salt. Right? So I pray for kids that have a reverence for God, that have a fear of God, not a fear of me and my future husband. Right? But a fear of God. Right? And so I was sharing with the lady on earlier that you can talk to God about anything. Like, you can talk to God about absolutely anything. And you don't have to sound like the preacher. You don't have to sound like Kim Pothier, love her. You don't have to sound like Jakes. You don't have to sound like Heather Lindsay. You literally can just be yourself and just talk to God how you talk to God. Like, I told my girlfriend, I said, I talk to God like he's my girlfriend. Like, I talk to him the same way I talk to you, right? And then I remember a few short months later, a prophet came to me and started prophesying, and she said, God said he wants you to keep talking to him like he's your girlfriend. Of course, I started crying because I was like, I just had that conversation with somebody. But it was just a confirmation that this is fine, that God doesn't mind how we talk. He just wants us to talk, right? He wants me to talk to him, and he wants to let him talk to me. And so I was encouraging the young lady that just talk to God, convey, confess, talk to him about everything. Because when you do, then there's an intimacy, right? That's like, we have certain friends that we tell everything to, right? We feel safe and secure with those people because we've entered into intimate relationships with them, intimate conversations with them. And that's what you want to have with God. You want to have it to where he's the only person you want to talk to about everything. You guys know what I'm saying? So for me, I talk to him about everything, like everything, about my fears, about my excitement, any anxiety, everything. I talk to him about everything. I talk to him about habits that I need to break, ways that I need to change, and how do I change them. I talk to him about sending me the right people to join my business. I remember my cat Maui was bleeding and scratching underneath her neck for a while. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on. And so I had read that some cats are allergic to plastic bowls. And so then I got a sterling, not sterling silver, but whatever, whatever. And then I just laid my hands on it. I was like, God, can you please heal my cat? Right? Because I was concerned. And God cares about what we're concerned about, right? Laid my hands on my cat. Cat was healed. Praise God, right? And so there's this cat that comes to my house all the time. What comes to my door, and I feed it. And cat, got scratched up by whomever or whatever happened, and it concerned me. I wanted the cat to be healed. So I was like, God, Jesus, can you please heal this cat? And I saw the cat yesterday, and it scabbed up. Like, it was just looking a whole lot better. And I was like, thank you, Lord. Right? But that was a concern of mine. It may not be a concern of yours, but it's a concern of mine, right? It's like some people that love Steph Curry may be praying, God, heal his knee. God, heal his leg, So God is concerned about your rent. He's concerned about your insurance payment. He's concerned about your car payment. He's concerned about your marriage. If you're in a marriage and you're having some challenges, if you're married and you want to have kids and, you're having challenges, he's concerned about that. And you can talk to him about that. And what I've learned is I can talk to God about that absolutely every single day. I can talk to him about that every single day. And I don't feel bad about it. Like, people say, well, you should go to God and just tell him once. Listen, I tell him all the time. Right? Now, it's not, sometimes it's like all the time. Other times it's just every once in a while, if something hasn't come to pass or I'm concerned about something. And God hasn't come to me in a dream or it says, stop talking to me about that. He hasn't come to me and done that. Because, we're friends, right? And so we go to our friends and we talk to our friends about everything. The same thing over and over and over and over again. And they don't stop being our friends because we talk about the same thing. They just listen. Right? And so that's what I want to encourage you guys to do, to just, I ain't saying treat God like your girlfriend, but you should be able to talk to him like he's your girlfriend, because it's an intimate relationship. And when you're in an intimate relationship with someone, you share with them. You share with them things that you have never shared with anybody, right? You have experiences with them that you've never had with anyone, right? And then it's sacred. Like, you protect it. Like, you are protecting that relationship because it means so much to you. And so that's what God wants to have with you. It's like, you talk to him and you have that relationship with him. And it's the best relationship you've ever had, right? It's like, I remember laying in my bed one day just kind of crying and thanking Jesus for being a good friend. Because I was like, when I was going through a divorce, I couldn't tell certain people certain things because it was like you felt certain things and it was just, you were embarrassed by the feeling that you had, the insecurity that you had. And I was like, the only person I could talk to was Jesus. And so I would just talk to Jesus and just thank him so much that I could talk to him. I would thank him that that he would be there for me. And over a period of time, I could just talk to him about anything. I mean, just everything. And so that's just what we do. I just talk to God about everything. And I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad that I don't feel bad that I've been talking to God about, like, God, what does my husband like to eat? right? I've asked him, right? I've said, what does he like to eat? Like, because I'm not married, I'm not dating, well, whatever. I'm not in a relationship, whatever. People trying to date me, whatever, whatever. But whatever. So I said, God, what does my husband like to eat? Start teaching me some of these meals so that when he comes along, my meal is so good. He's like, yo, that was so good, right? I was like, God, what does he like to do? Like, how can I respect him? Like, what does that look like? What does respect look like to him? What does that look like? What does he need in terms of love, right? Like, what does that look like? And I've asked him, right? Because I don't know. I don't know. And I'm like, well, he knows him because he created him. And he knows what's going to happen before it happens. So what's up? What does he want to eat? You know what I mean? I'm not even going to tell y'all some of this, but I've asked him some intimate questions. Because it's a concern of mine. You know what I mean? I'm like, God, so can you please talk to him about... You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can you talk to him about this? And can you talk to him about that? And can you help him know that this is what I need? Like, not sexually right now. I was talking about sex a few seconds ago, but not right now. So I've said, God, this is what I need. I've experienced betrayal, right? And I don't want to make him pay for what someone else did, right? So can you go ahead and talk to him about this before I ever come along? So I don't even have to talk to him about that. Can you show him that the way he can love and respect me is this? If he goes ahead and does this, and this, that's how he can love and respect me, right? And I've asked God for that. And I feel like God loves me. So why would he not tell him, whomever he is? Why wouldn't he tell him? Why wouldn't he help him love me before he comes along? Right? I said, God, can you please talk to him and tell him we're not having sex till we get married? But can that already be okay with him? Like, when he comes, I'm not fighting him. I'm not the only one like trying to resist the urge. Can you already have it to where he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all see what I'm saying? And so this is the kind of relationship that God and I have where I'm just like, God, sometimes I can be really mean. Can you help me become more nurturing? Can you help me with the words that come in my mind and that come out of my mouth? So that I say things that are loving and that are nurturing. Can you help me with my bad behaviors? Because I have the tendency to do this when this happens. I need help because I don't want to do that anymore. You guys know what I'm saying? And, I've talked to God about my cats. I was like, God, listen, I'll gladly, give my cats to a good home when my husband comes along if he doesn't want them, But I've said, God, just how much he probably loves sports, I really love cats. Can you really talk to him about that? Because, I don't know. And I'm like, but God, I'm willing to get rid of them if I have to. I don't want to, but I'm willing, right? So can you please talk to him about that? So he is preparing himself, whatever. Or what, you guys get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to clean, as in like baseboards. I'm like, God, can you please let him know, let him be okay with the fact that I'll cook a mean scratch meal, 5-course meal. I'll do whatever. You know what I mean? And then in the bedroom, he ain't got no problems. Right? But can he please know that I want to hire a cleaning crew to come in like once a week? Can that please be okay with him? But I'll do what I need to do as a wife and do this. I'll do whatever my part, but this is just something I don't really enjoy. And so I've talked about that because women are on here for the most part, and y'all relate to that because we just love talking about men, love talking about marriage. We love talking about that. So since y'all on here, y'all staying on here because we talk about that. So, but I'm saying that to say that that's what I pray. And so, I pray about my businesses. So, I pray, I just pray all kinds of stuff. I pray whatever, I pray for I pray for everything, just everything. I talk to God about everything. And because I talked about everything, we have an intimate relationship. Hey, Lisa. And so he wants the same thing with you guys. He wants you guys to know that you can talk to him about anything. It's not just the stuff you hear your pastor talking about or people on TV talking about. You listen, he is like your very best friend, but like better because he won't tell nobody. He won't tell nobody your stuff, right? Well, he'll tell some people, you know, like God tells prophets stuff, but you know, he tells people that can hold a secret. And that'll pray and that won't necessarily blast your business or whatever. But yeah, so I just want to come on here and say that to you guys because we were on branding this morning and it came up. Because, you know, I tell you guys all the time, I love marketing, I love network marketing, and I love Jesus. And so whatever's in me is going to come out, and Jesus came out this morning. So I wanted to just come on here and encourage you guys to spend that time just talking to God, talking about whatever. I mean, I journal to God, I blog to God. Sometimes I get so upset, I go off about stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I've learned he's okay. I learned that he's okay with that, and I'm okay with that. And I just want you guys, I want you guys to have what I have with God. And the reason why I have it is because I talk to him about everything. Everything. Listen. Everything. Like the thing that you like, why would you talk to God about that? I talk to God about that. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Everything. Okay? Like I mentioned previously that I told you I talked to God about sex. I talk to God about sex. Why? Because God knows me and God knows whomever my future husband will be. He knows what he likes. He knows what I like. And I've said, God, can you help us? You know, keep staying from marriage. Can you help me to know whatever, right? I can't. I wish it was just women on here. I could say certain things, but it's not. Can you just help me, Jesus? Right? Just help me, right? And I just talked to him about everything. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And so if I can talk to God about sex, I'm sure you can talk to him about your prayer life, about your mom or your dad or your cousin or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying? Listen, do y'all hear me? God has given me some instructions on some stuff, and I'm like, so clearly that's not for today. Right? And I just write this stuff down, and I'm like, that was awkward. And I called my girl, and I was like, so God just told me X, Y, and Z. And she's like, what? Who did? God did. No, he didn't. I'm like, girl, you know the devil didn't tell me that. And she goes, yeah, the devil probably didn't tell you that. And she's like, oh my God, why would he tell you that? I'm like, hello, he's getting me ready. But I'm going to go because at some point, some dudes are going to watch this scope and this Facebook, right? And I don't want y'all, whatever. So even to y'all men, pray about it. Ask God about it. You know, how to please your wife, how to love your wife. You know, what's some ways that you can seduce your wife, right? I want to seduce my husband. I don't know about y'all. I mean, when we marry, I want to seduce him, right? And so ask God, how do I seduce my wife? What cologne should I put on today that's going to make her go, yo? Or God, what's something I can say through text message? I don't normally flirt with her or flirt with him, husband and wife. What can I say? And, you know, God cares about all that stuff. He'll give you the most fantastic text message. Your spouse going to be like, hello? Where you at? Because God is awesome, right? So we're going to end there because somehow this is on that and we're going to end this. So that's my encouragement. That's a word from the Lord for you today. Pray about it. And he'll tell you. He'll tell you anything. He's awesome. All right. So I got to go. I got plenty of work to do. I have, we're getting a new person started in another country in about 15 minutes. So I got to prepare for that. I'm excited about building our business globally. Praise God for that. I prayed for that. So that's it, you guys. I love y'all. I pray that y'all will seek God like I do and let him be the best friend that he desires to be in your life. And that's it. And when my husband comes, y'all gonna be like, so what did God tell you? I ain't telling. That's between me him, and then eventually him. All right, gotta go. Bye, guys.